Jacques and I have been talking a lot, man, and we brought Zach onto this as well too about offense, defense, multitude of things or whatever. But looking at it now in the playoffs, if the playoffs started today, the Tennessee Titans are the number 2 seed in the playoffs, right? That's our ranking right now. And when you look at it as well, you look at teams that are, in the wild card. That's the LA Chargers, the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Bills. Well, hold up a second. I pulled up the right one. I didn't pull up the right one. I pulled up the one from the previous week. My bad.
Mhm.
It's this one. The Chargers, the Colts, and the Bills. You see how much that's changed, though, just in a week, right?
Wow.
You see that, right? The Colts are in there. The Bengals are out. Chargers are still there at the 5 spot. The Bills have moved down to the 7 spot, okay? So, Jacques, I'm going to ask you first, sir. And you know what I'm going to ask you to do, bro? I want you to state your case, bro.
Boom,
I want you to state your damn case.
All right.
Now, if the playoffs started today, we would be playing the Bills. Oh, wow, the Bills, man. So of those 3 teams right now, or any wild card team that's not even in it yet, because you got the Browns, you got the Bengals, the teams, right. The Steelers, they're trying to fight to get into the playoffs.
Right.
Who would you want to see if the playoffs started today?
Okay.
And what team would you say you would be a bit cautious for right now as of today?
Okay. Put that picture back up there again. And I'm
take your case, bro. The playoffs.
Yeah, the playoffs.
Okay.
Playoffs.
Yes, sir. There it is.
I just want to see what we got. Okay. Who I would want to see and who's trending down and who you can kind of catch them on their per se limping.
Okay.
Is the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Ravens is trending down. I think they'll still make the playoffs ultimately, but I just think they have a offensive play calling issue and also a small issue with Lamar. And shout out to Engraving Videos, man. Hey, y'all need to go support that Cat Ravens podcast. But when I see the Ravens, they're just like us. They're injured, but their injuries are more on the deeper end of season-ending injuries, right? You got Marlon Humphreys that's out. You got half their running backs are out, okay? If I want to see a team in the playoffs, in the divisional round or wherever we land, and I hope it's the first place or whatever, bring the Ravens to town because I feel like, one, we owe them. We owe them for what they did to us last year. We owe them big time for what they did to us last year. And 2, I feel like we can actually get them pretty good. And the way our defense is playing, I think it'll basically be hard for them to actually score points. Now, on the opposite side, who I don't want to see, and they're getting hot, and I hate to say this, okay? Now, if people think it's the Chiefs, right? But I'll say the Colts.
Yep.
I would say the Colts. Be careful of the Colts. Now, saying we can still beat them, but the run game, the way the run game and the Colts are trending up, you don't want that run game. And you know how they say in the playoffs, how do you win games? You win games with your run game, right?
That's right.
Now, we did pick up Zach Cunningham, which is a caveat to that, right? But at the same time, it's the Colts, and we know they give us fits every time we play them, okay? So that's for me. Those are the 2 teams. The team I don't want to see is the Colts, and the team I want to see, give us the Ravens. Because I got a sour taste in my mouth for them, and what they did to us at home, and just how C-19 went, and wasn't nobody there, and the 12th element. I think it's the 22nd element. What they call us. They call us the 22nd element at the stadium and season ticket holders. Hey, 22nd element is going to be there, and we cause issues. You cause false starts. We cause issues. So bring on them. So that's for me, Hawk.
Okay. Titans Torch. I'm going to ask you the same question, bro. Hey, state your case, man. State your case. If there's one team you would want to see in the playoffs, who would that be? And the team that you would be a bit cautious about?
Well, I would say the same as what he just said. But if I'm going to say something just to be different, I'm not really scared of the Chargers. That might come back to bite me. But I don't mind if we do end up playing the Chargers, with Herbert in our defense. I like that matchup. I would like to beat the Ravens again. And with the Colts, it kind of goes both ways. It would be nice if we could beat them 3 times in 1 year and be able to say that. But I'm right there with you. Like, I don't think, Jacques, that we're going to it'd be the Titans thing to do to sweep them and then meet them in the playoffs and then get embarrassed.
Yes.
So I don't like the matchup of Jonathan Taylor and Wentz being healthy, and I know we beat them twice, but I wouldn't like to see them. And then whether it be the Ravens or Chargers or I would like to play the Patriots again, but I don't think it'll work out that way in the first round at least. So I'm not really afraid of anybody if we're healthy, completely healthy, because there's a lot of teams in there that we've already beat, the Bills and the Chiefs, and hopefully we end up with the 1 seed with the schedule we have left. But that's who I'd like to see.
Okay. Great point.
Right. So Hawk, it's time for you to state your case.
Yes,
state
sir.
your case.
Okay. All right. So for me, man, and I'm gonna pull this playoff picture again, just so everyone can look at it, man. Patriots 1, of course, Titans 2, the Chiefs 3, Ravens 4. So I'm going to exclude the top 4 teams. When I think of the first round, because of those 4, I would like to see the Ravens. No question about it. Out of those 4, I think that would be a game that we can win. I would put that as a high possibility. Now, in the wild card, because it could be the Chargers, Colts, Bills, could be anybody. Out of this list, honestly, I would say the Chargers, but I'm going to change it up. I'm going to say the Buffalo Bills, okay? Yes, we have owned the Bills, and we have owned them over the past several years, right? And the reason why I say the Bills is because of this. They can't run the football. They are a terrible running football team, and they can't stop the run. So Buffalo is just literally allergic to the word run, okay? So don't let us have Derrick Henry, okay? That's going to be a problem for Buffalo, okay? Now, I give them credit, the effort they put in to try to, come back to beat the Tampa Bay Bucks. But, Tampa Bay's struggling against the pass. They really are. Their DBs are struggling this year, right? So for us, when you look at Buffalo, Josh Allen is a problem. He had over 100 yards rushing, 300 yards passing, right? But I'll take that, okay? Because they can't run the ball. Zach Moss, Devin Singletary, Matt Breida is a bunch of just regular dudes. They're just like what we got. So it's just kind of like, I don't think they would pose that much of an issue as much as we might think. I do think, I have to agree with Zach, probably the Chargers of those 3 teams would probably be the easiest. But I'm going to say Buffalo would be preferred because we're used to them. We've seen Buffalo. We know how they operate, right? On the flip side of it, y'all, I'm going to have to agree. And Jacques knows, I've been saying this for weeks. When they were like the 10th seed, I said, watch out for the Indianapolis Colts. Watch out for them guys. Because when we played them, Carson Wentz threw the ball 51 times. They're not going to do that again. They're just going to do down. Say, here you go, Jonathan Taylor. Down, say, here you go, Taylor. And then are we going to be able to stop that? Now, we are one of the best running defenses in the league, top 5 in the league, okay, as far as run defense, okay? We just held James Robinson to 4 yards, but James Robinson ain't no Jonathan Taylor, okay? So Jonathan Taylor is a neutralizer at running back. He sort of is like, we think like, say, Derrick Henry, where the offense runs from the running game, and it helps Carson Wentz to do other things, right? Now, I think Tannehill's better than Carson Wentz, but I think Carson Wentz will have the ability to do a few things when his name is called, right? So the Colts would be out for blood against us, too. They hate the Titans just like we hate them jokers, right? But I do think the Colts would be the one team of those teams in the wild card that I'd be the most fearful for, the Colts.
I like that. Hey, Great point, Zach. Great point, Hawk.
Yep.
Hey, but I'm with Zach on this one. When we healthy, when we're fully healthy, it's gonna be hard to beat us.
It is, man.
It's gonna be hard to beat us. Like I mean, we can keep up with literally any team in our division. I mean,
that's right.
And if we have to play them again, go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say we beat most of those teams when Derrick Henry was hurt.
Yep.
That's right. Half the team was hurt. So
exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right. And I'll tell you this too, Zach, man, before the season started, and I'm not one of those Titan fans that think we can win the Super Bowl every year.